Ayo, welcome back to Stranded Deep. I am Meeno. As you can see, our farm is coming along nicely, so this means we're going to have pretty much anything we're going to need to get ready for the end game. One important thing we haven't been doing is increasing our hunting skill. As you can see, that is quite low. We need to correct this, and we're going to do this over at one particular harbor. This island, as I mentioned before, was made by my buddy Willie. He runs a Mixer channel. The link's in the description. This is available on Steam, but personally we've been having a few problems getting it to download properly. If there's anybody out there who has issues and tries it out, if they want to help us, please in the comments or over on Willie's Mixer channel, give us a hand on that and make sure to reply with hashtag OKBoomer. Now, I've already gotten started getting ready. I've gotten some smoked meat and some water so that we can have a basic start. We're also going to take a few things to help us out from our new garden. I want to make an antidote, just in case one of those mean purple things gets at us, or there is a snake that he has added since last time I was there. For that, of course, PP plant, a coconut, and we need to go make a lashing, which will be very easy. Stand over our pile. Go. Antidote. Great. Now cloth, rocks, things like that can sometimes be in low supply, especially when you first get to an island. If you remember on the initial, there was hardly any cloth. So I'm going to take a few extra pieces just to make sure we can build a water still right up front. And I do have some axes that I'm taking with me so that we can chop down a palm tree and get to work pretty quickly. I'm going to clumsily get this thing out of the harbor, and I will meet you when we get over to the island. Okay, we have arrived. The first thing, there's a raft. And if it's like all rafts, yep, rations. So that gives us a little bit of time to get going as far as food and everything, but as you can see, there's plenty of palm trees here, so it shouldn't be too hard to chop a couple down and get a start so we can have a basic shelter going and a water still. Pretty much all we're going to need for the basics. Nice. All right. Move this out of the way just to make sure it doesn't clip. Oh, I think it might have already done it. There we go. There we go. Thank you. And we'll break these down into sticks. We're also going to need to build a basic fire, and so this should get us what we need for that. That should be enough. Okay, that will do the fire. That will do the I believe we're also going to need a coconut, and I am really surprised one did not fall off of this tree. Oh, not enough room. We will deal with this in a moment then. Let's pick a home. We'll start with our fire. Put this right here. There we go. Now the shelter. Ooh, lashing. That should be alright. I saw, yes. Perfect. We'll just take 4 of those for now. I'll come back in a second. Make sure the UV isn't hitting us too hard. No, we're alright. Okay. Now, a little trick to shelters. What I like to do is when I have a home island, I'll go to the nearest beach and set up the shelter pointing at the island I came from. That way it acts as kind of a directional. Something as large as this, it would be hard to lose, but if you're just using procedural islands or it doesn't have a visible landmark like these towers, that's an easy way to keep track so that you don't lose your place. Now, what else we need is a water still. Oh yes, the coconut. And another lashing. As you can see, there are plenty of fibrous leaves. So that part is not going to be a problem. Got us a lashing. Oh, drinkable coconut. Not just any old coconut. There we go. Well, now you're not going to let us do it on the quick menu. And 3 rocks. I don't want to go too deeply in before we have our basics. There are a few nice parts of the island that I'm already familiar with, and a few that are going to surprise even me, because I've only seen about 3 versions ago. And so there might be some new challenges and new hidden little treasures to find. Let's see. Looks like we're gonna have to go in a little bit here. Yep. This is the first deserted camp. I know there are 2 on this island. Oh, nice. Got some water bottles that we could take back later. That will be fantastic for farming. Refined spears. Not enough room. Oh. Okay, we'll leave that here for now. We are looking for rocks. I need to figure out what happened to those guys. Oh, hey, piggy. Don't worry, we'll come back and visit you in a bit, too. Alright. Water still. Put that over here by the fire. Not sure exactly how much I want to build up as far as structures here, but we definitely are going to need at least 1 more water still. We want to beef up our fire a bit, maybe put a smoker on it, something like that. Right now it is 4:30 and we need to go ahead and get a few necessities out of the way. Let's get us a few more fibrous leaves here so that we can throw them into the water still. Make a small pile of it. Hopefully there's enough daylight left that we can jump out in the ocean, snag ourselves a quick dinner so that we don't have to burn into what we brought. If not, we have a couple of pieces of meat that we can always take from the boat. Let's get rid of you. We will need kindling. Let's go ahead and put that by the fire. Drop our fibrous leaves by the water collector. There we go. And this will be extra firewood. Great. Let's put up our antidote for now. We've been pretty lucky on that. I'll run back and get those crude spears. I have some on the boat, but these are right here. I know myself enough to know that in the rush of things, I have a chance of forgetting them. So we'll just solve that right now. And yeah, there should be enough light that I can see to get a fish real quick. Ooh, I hope. At least a little guy. Come here. Come here. Oh, maybe you can't catch them with refined spears. That is interesting. That is something I've honestly never tested. And now we know. Quite alright. Unless these fish have turned invincible. Ladies and gentlemen, I think something has gone very wrong with the game. This is the 7.1 experimental branch, and I think we've just run across our first problem with experimental. Well, that is interesting. Okay, it looks like I will be eating the meat from my boat, and we have encountered our first bug in 0.71. Let me grab a bite to eat. I am going to reset the game, and I will meet you guys when I'm able to hopefully catch fish. And we're back, everybody. It seemed a reboot is exactly what the game needed, because everything seems to be working fine now. I went out to test, caught a couple of cod right there, right before the sun failed me, and it worked just fine. So we're okay, but I really don't want to explore this place in the dark, and we're not feeling the hunger and thirst yet. Let's take us a nap and see you in the morning so that we can explore during daylight. That was a nice rest. And still dark, but that's okay because it looks like we need food and water. So let's take care of that. Odd thing, it doesn't appear these water stills collect overnight. Normally when you're standing around, every couple of minutes you hear a bloop noise and it will shift. But when you sleep, time passes and it's right where it left off. I'm not sure if everything behaves that way. I know fires don't. So hoping they correct that before the final release. Basic fire going. We don't really have much to cook on. Think I can get a spit going. Nah, we'll just attach it. Let's see, where did I leave the cod now? There it is. I will be very glad when the sun comes up. One thing about the interior of this part, which is kind of nice, but will make it difficult in the evenings, is because the moon rises and sets this direction, the sun is going to be over here. So you're not going to get direct daylight early on. It's going to stay shady for quite a bit of the day. Now we're just going to let that cook while we look around. Starting to get enough light to get a peek-see. Plank scrap right here. Be great for starting a basic farm, or if you were wanting to build a boat. Let's see what else we got over here. I saw a shelter when we were first looking. Normally those have plenty of fun little items. I know that the empty bottles were there. Yep. And the refined spears. Take those, thank you. Let's see, we have a wood container. A few useful things in there. We'll take that for now. A barrel. Oh, here's some wood logs. Oh, and it's the picking up kind. Very, very nice. Okay, so it looks like with this, once you get started, you could build as many planks as you wanted almost. Or at least a decent amount before you started cutting down trees. Might take some of that to furnish our house. I got some barrels back there. Some barrels over there. Enough to build a basic boat, really. So, whoever this unfortunate soul was, guess didn't have his craftsmanship skill high enough. If I could speak today. Let's see. A couple of water skins. Nice crude axe. I think Yeah, that wouldn't even mess with my inventory. Oh, a refined knife. Another crude axe over there. Some lashings. Yeah, some pretty useful stuff. We can come back kindling. That would have been handy. We'll come back later and collect all of this stuff. Let me drop this container off. We have this boat over here. Now, the great thing about these large vessels is that they have a lot of containers. So storage is not really going to be a problem once we loot that. But those are pretty much a template. Once you've seen one, you've seen one. So let's save that for later. We're not exactly needing space right now. There is a plane wreck over here, it looks like. Let's see if there's anything underneath. Is there anything down here? Some corrugated scrap. Note for later. A buoy ball. A vehicle fuel part. Now, we don't want to leave that just laying around, do we? Pretty soon we'll be wanting to build motors and gyrocopters and all kinds of fun motorized things now that we have potatoes and can make fuel so that we can utilize them. I'm going to go drop this part over here. I don't want it eating up space. And that looks like it goes off in the other direction. I want to see what is down there real quick. Drop you where? Here will do. Okay, is there anything else that we can drop? We won't need the fishing spear. Be there. And we won't need those either. 2 spears. Let's take a couple more. I do know there are some large animals on this island. And we are here to hunt, so if we get lucky, we just might run into 1 or 2 of them. Did I not take my spears? Oh no, I didn't take my spears. Well, we have 2 spears. Okay. Let's find out what kind of damage we can do. Let's go back down this way. Yeah. Right down here, looks like it opens up to a completely different area. That must be part of the airplane right there, or some wreckage. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a nice little lagoon, an alternate entrance over there. Something to bite your toes. Which island is this looking at? Is this ours? I don't think this is ours. Well, great. There's another island to check out. Looks like there's a yacht over here. Those will sometimes have loot, sometimes not, but if they do, it's very little. So let's go ahead and clear this out while we're over here, because normally those are visit once and done sort of things. That large boat, on the other hand, I think it's going to probably have more crates than we can carry out in one trip, so that might be something we need to do later. Oh, look down here. Oh, we got some buoy balls and a big old crab. In a pretty little lagoon. What else do we have? Oh, that carries on over, doesn't it? Let's go check that out here in a minute. First, let's go ahead and take out this boat over here. This could be a nice little fishing area, too. Honestly, I found those fishing lines. More barrels, nice. The fishing pole and the bobbles, but I've never used those. That was added in more recently than I've played. I'm not exactly sure how those work. Oh, come on. Oh, a hammer. That I'll take. If that's all you have, though, I'll still call it a disappointment. Can we hop up here? Here we go. Oh, well, there's at least a container in here. We got flashing. Yeah, why not? Okay, now the lantern. We have plenty of vehicle electric parts there, but the lantern makes it worth it. The lantern. Oh, no, 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 no. The lantern will let us light our house. We're probably about 10 or 12 shy from what I want to do with the upstairs area. So now we're one less. Let's see if I can take out this crab over here while we're out and about. Hello, Mr. Crab. Oh. These guys are more annoying than painful. See. Barely hurt us. Ooh, our food is low, though. I started the fire. Got the food going. It should be ready by now. And we're going to take this guy back so that we don't have to worry about food for a couple of days. Oh, it looks like I got completely turned around. There's another... Oh, look, there's another camp, and oh, giant pig. Okay, there's a second camp with a giant pig. Note to self. We'll want to come back for that guy. Ooh, looks like there's a way up over here. And I think we're on the other side of this. If not, at least we're still following the beach. Yep, there we are. Now to get down. Geronimo! So now we know that crab's going to be over there by the shelter. Yeah, it looks like here's our way down. Fantastic. Okay, little shortcut to the other side. That will be an easy little path. Just right over here by the yuccas. Go get ourselves some food and water real quick. Yep, doing good there. Fantastic. Now we can put that away. How are we doing here? Good enough. And it is only noon. We have time to figure out how to get over to this thing. I think that is the one section we haven't really looked at least at quick glance. We're going to be spending a lot more time here. Already got ourselves one crab, but I saw a pig I can get. And if I remember right, there's a second one somewhere on this island, which will mean we're still missing something as well. There's the entrance to those lagoons over there. There's another giant crab in that section. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, we have clay. All right. That is a good thing. And we have more clay. That is also a very good thing. Okay. Be a path of clay. Is that it? Nope. Looks like, is this? Yep. Okay, well, I don't know if this is intentional, but we can... Oh, it is. More clay. Alright, so if anybody needs clay, over here on this little path towards the diving board, that is where you're gonna find it. Very, very nice. We might have to build a bigger second home than we were thinking about. Maybe add a brick dock to our original house or something. Let's see. We got barrels, buoy balls, and don't tell me. Yep, this is a diving board. Well, okay, ladies and gents, here's where we get to test the creator. Good luck, everybody. Oh, and we made it. Oh, and we made it. So that is set up. That is a working diving board. Not a scratch on us. Awesome. Okay. Well, that was a treat. Now, one last place I want to check out. The SPF is starting to get to me. I think we're going to have enough shade up here. At least I'm going to risk it. Up on this path, I seem to see a second branch. Even from down here. And I know one side leads back over there. That's our little shortcut to the other side of the island. But, yep. Okay, clay. These seem to be our markers for cool stuff. So, there is clay. We are on the right path to something, I think. Clay. Alright. Yeah, these are like breadcrumbs. Which makes it easy to find. Is it clay? Great. And not only are they breadcrumbs, they're oh no. Okay. No. Big pig. Big pig. Big pig. Alright, so this is where you pay for your greed, I guess. We got a couple of spears here. Come on, buddy. I don't think I can take him out by throwing them because I don't think I have enough spears to do it. It'll probably take 3 or 4. I haven't bothered picking up any more. Where'd he go? Oh no. Oh no. Well, if he's not here, what I'm afraid of is he went down there. That's where we have to go. Alright, well, might as well see what Piggy's hiding. What do we have? Tarp. Not sure what that is for. Tires and barrels. Lanterns. Look at all these lanterns. Okay, unfortunately cannot carry them all. But very cool. Alright, let's take... Yeah, that'll be a stack. Looks like I can take one more stack. Okay, there that many left? Easily. Alright, it looks like we still have some more to get. There's at least a couple there that I see. Alright, that's great. That is great. Let's see, we have some rock here we can get, a little more clay. This is a nice little spot. But before I go back and settle in... Yeah, SPF's getting a little on the hinky side, but we'll be alright. Before I settle in, I need to find out what happened to our friend Mr. Pig. Let's see, our way down was somewhere back over here. Yeah, here it is. Hey, are you down here, Mr. Pig? Mr. Pig. Drop a few things off while nobody's looking. Okay, what do we get? Let's drop that. The lanterns I know I want to keep. We're gonna put you away for safekeeping so nothing happens to you. Now, we do have a container. Yep, I'm gonna shove these things into there. The hammer I also want to keep, so we'll do that. The lashings we'll probably end up using. Throw that by here. Now I want to make sure no pig before I get all nice and comfortable for the night. We'll come back for him in the morning, and hopefully he's not waiting for us. Not hiding back here, are ya? Remember to come back for those water bottles, too. Alright. Looks like we're safe. At least relatively safe. So I'm going to carve up this giant crab here. Let's see. My knives. And we'll just do that one fillet at a time, since that's all we've got, really. Let's see, it looks like the fire pit could use a little bit of wood here. Might have to go collect a little more of that. Let's get this started. And do we need a drink? Get a little drink. Probably helps if we refill this. There we go. And I think that should do us. Yep, 4:30, we were getting an early night. So that is a basic tour of one particular harbor, along with a sneak peek of where I'll be at time and again to build up our hunting stats. Our farm back home is going to need to be watered in about 2 days, so tomorrow we're going to be heading out and trying to kill ourselves some pigs and some crabs, bring that back here, get us some meat and some skins, take them back home. So with that, you guys have a good evening, and I will catch you on the next episode.